Our topic is all about Fourier cosine transform and Fourier sine transform. So our main formula or the general formula for the Fourier's cosine transform is f of w sub c, c here stands for cosine, which is equivalent to the square root of 2 over pi integral of f of x cosine wx dx with limits from 0 to infinity. For Fourier sine transform, we have here f of w sub s. S here stands for sine. So f of w is equivalent to the square root of 2 over pi integral of f of x sine of wx dx. So the only difference for Fourier cosine and Fourier sine transform is this cosine wx for Fourier cosine transform, and then sine of wx for Fourier sine transform. The rest are the same. We have the square root of 2 over 5 integral with limits from 0 to infinity, and then you have here dx f of x. Okay, we have here our example. Find the Fourier sine and cosine transform of f of x is equivalent to k if x is greater than 0 and less than a, and f of x is equivalent to 0 if x is greater than a. So actually this one is a piecewise function. We're going to find the Fourier sine and cosine transform of this piecewise function. Now, to solve the cosine transform, we will just follow this formula. So f of w sub c, that is equivalent to the square root of 2 over pi integral of 0 to infinity, our limits, and then our f of x, we have k, and then multiplied by cosine of wx dx. So if we integrate this one, of course we'll just copy this one first. This integral of 2 over pi, and then k, and then integral of cosine, that is sine, and then let u equals wx, derivative of wx equals w. So 1 over w, and then sine of wx with limits from, this time our limits is from 0 to a. So I will change this one to a. So from 0 to a, our lower limits, and then the upper limits. So if we integrate this one, substitute the value of x as a and then 0. So the equivalent is the square k over w. K over w is square root of 2 over pi, and then we have sine of a w, substituting the value of x as a, that is the upper limits, and then the lower limits is sine of 0 is 0. So this is our final answer for the Fourier cosine transform f of w. This time we will proceed to the Fourier sine transform. We have f of w sub s, that is equivalent to the square root of 2 over pi. Okay, and then the integral of course our limit is 0 to a. We have this one, and then k, and then this is our function k, and then sine of wx. So we have sine of wx dx, which is equivalent to, again this is constant, so we will write this one constant, and the integral of sine wx equals negative cosine wx, with wx as your u, derivative of wx equals w. So you have here 1 over w. So it's square root of 2 over pi k over w negative cosine of wx with limits from 0 to a. So we have k over w integral of 2 over pi, and then cosine of ax, substituting the value of x as a, so cosine of AW, so that is negative cosine of AW, that is upper limits, minus the lower limits, substituting the value of x as 0, so cosine of 0 equals negative, mean 1, so that is negative 1, so we have negative 1. Okay, so when we distribute this one, that is equivalent to k over, or I will just substitute, multiply k, okay, w integral of 2 over pi, and then 1 minus cosine of a w. So this is now our cosine transform of this function, which is equivalent to this one, and then the sine transform of this function, which is equivalent to k over w, okay, this one. So that is the Fourier sine and cosine transform. This time we have another example. Find the Fourier cosine transform of e negative x, e raised to negative x. Okay, so to solve this one, of course, we will be using again our general formula for the Fourier cosine transform of this e raised to negative x. So we have the Fourier cosine transform of our function f of w, or we can make use of f of e raised to negative x. So that is equivalent to square root of 2 over pi. Okay, so we have here our limits, that is from 0 to infinity. Okay, our f of x, that is e raised to negative x, and then cosine of w x dx. Now we have cosine w x dx. So if we observe this one, e raised to negative x cosine wx, we will be using integration by parts for this particular problem. So we have our u, we will select what will be our u, what will be our dv. So for this case, we will select u as cosine wx dx, and then our dv, that is equivalent to e negative x dx. So by the way, this is cancel dx, so we cancel that one, and then let u equals cosine wx, derivative of cosine, that is negative sine wx times the derivative of wx dx equals w. So our du equals negative w sine of wx. And then, of course, our limits is from 0 to infinity. And then dv, this is the integral of e negative x, so v, integral of dv equals v, and then the integral of e negative x, that is equivalent to negative e negative x. So when we compute now, I will write first here this one, integral from 0 to infinity of e negative x. I will just write here this one later on. Okay, cosine wx dx. So that is u times b, So u times b, that is negative e negative x cosine wx u times b minus the integral of v du. Negative times negative, that is positive. So we have w e negative x sine of wx dx. We have here dx. Now, if you have noticed this one, this is still integration by parts. So I will just write first w minus w and then erase this one here. So this is the case. This is integration by parts. So again, we will make use of our u. As for this case, that is sine wx, and then our dv is equivalent to e negative x dx, so that our du, integral of sine wx, that is integral of, derivative of sine equals cosine. So we have here w cosine of wx, and then our v, that is the integral of e negative x, that is negative e negative x. So we have negative e negative x cosine wx minus, okay, w times u times v, okay, so that is negative. So negative times negative, that is positive, w e negative x sine wx, u times b, our u, and then our v is negative e negative x. Negative times negative is positive times w. We have this one. Okay, minus the integral of v du. Okay, this is v du. This is minus, this is negative. So minus negative, that is positive. But we have here negative because we have to distribute this one here. So that is negative v du. So w times w, that is w squared, and then the integral of e negative x v du cosine wx dx. We have here dx for this case. Now if you have noticed, so we will just disregard first our limits. If you have noticed this one, you have e negative x cosine wx dx. So actually this one, okay, I will write first here negative x cosine wx dx. So I will combine these two integrals. So we will transfer this one to the other side. That becomes 1 plus w squared integral of e negative x cosine wx dx. Okay, I am transferring this one to the other side so that you have your 1 plus w squared. You have this one, and then you have here your common integral negative x. So this one is negative e negative x cosine wx plus we negative x sine wx. And then by transferring this one to the other side, that becomes the integral of e negative x cosine wx dx is equivalent to 1 over w squared. Okay, 1 over 1 plus w squared. I will write this one first. So we have w e negative x sine wx minus e negative x cosine wx. This time we will write the limits from 0 to infinity. So 0 to infinity. Now if that is 0 to infinity, Of course, when we integrate an integral with limits from infinity, then that is 0, that is undefined, so we will not write that one. So we have we will just consider the lower limits, which is 0. So again, when we substitute the infinity here, infinity x cosine w infinity, and then cosine w infinity, so we will disregard that one. This time we will substitute the value of x, we will use the lower limits as 0. So we'll just use the lower limits. So that is equivalent to 1 over 1 plus w squared, sine of 0, that is upper limits, okay, so that is 0, minus lower limits, this one, lower limits, so cosine of 0 equals 1, and then this one is e raised to 0 equals 1. So upper limits minus lower limits, so minus the negative, this one that becomes positive, so this is times 1. So we have 1 over 1 plus w squared. Okay, that is the case for this one. Therefore, our function, the cosine transform, Fourier cosine transform of our function f of c of e negative x, small letter f, you can make use of this one for capital F or small letter f, that depends on your presentation, that is equivalent to, we have here the square root of 2 over pi, and then the equivalent of this one is 1 over 1 plus w squared. That's it. So that is now the Fourier cosine transform of e raised to negative x.